Hey everyone, welcome back to another handheld news recap. We've got a few things to cover today, including a new AMD handheld from MSI. We've got leaked images of the ROG Ally 2. Lenovo also prepares to ship their Z1E Legion GO S featuring SteamOS. A new entrant to the handheld scene called Tenku is based in Japan, and they're launching their first handheld PC this month. And AYANEO teases a new clamshell device called the Flip 1S. Lots of new handhelds to cover, as well as a couple of product highlights and some software updates. There's lots to cover today, so let's dive into it. We'll start things off with our quick news, and the first thing is a new driver from AMD called version 25.5.1, and this brings support for Doom the Dark Ages. There's also a few other things that they've added, like support for FSR 4 in Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Everspace 2, Fort Solis, Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, the Finals, as well as Influx Redux. They've also expanded HyperRX support for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Marvel Rivals, Grand Theft Auto 5 Enhanced, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as well as Path of Exile 2. There are a few other things that they've included. If you want to check out more information, check out the link in the description. I'll leave it down below. Speaking of drivers, we also have Intel version 6793, and this one brings support for Doom the Dark Ages as well as Japanese Driftmaster. They also fixed some issues for The Last of Us Part 1, as well as some boot issues that were happening with Doom the Dark Ages. I did try the previous version, and when I tried to boot Doom on my MSI Claw, it crashed consistently, so make sure you grab this one if you're looking to play that game. Next, we have a new device from Japan called the Tenku Luna. So this company seems to be a distributor for GPD, 1X Player, and AYANEO in Japan, and it seems that they have now decided to create their own device. So this device is going to be based out of Japan. It has a 7840U with a 50 watt-hour battery, as well as a 7-inch 120Hz display. If it looks familiar, it should, because it looks identical to the Acer Blaze 7. If you've heard about the Acer Blaze, that was something we talked about 6 months ago, and I have not seen it actually come to light. We've never seen this device on the market, but it looks identical. So that would suggest that there's probably a template that companies can use, and that's what Tenku has gone with here. It's going to be going on sale. It's actually out for pre-order right now, and if you get the pre-order price before the 21st of May, you can get this for 79,800 yen, or about 550 USD. I'm not sure whether this is going to ship internationally or whether it's going to be a Japan exclusive, but if you're curious, maybe try put one on the cart and see if it gives you shipping options. For me, it did not ship to Canada. So if you're curious to learn more about this one, I'll leave a link in the description. Feel free to check it out and let me know in the comments what you discover or if you are able to pre-order one. And next up, we have an announcement from AYANEO for the AYANEO Flip 1S. So they have not given us really much information, but they did tease it on X. Really, we're just left with speculation. I believe that we're probably going to get an 8840U device, as well as HX370 options. I'm not sure if they're going to stick with the dual screen option that they did with the first Flip, or if it's just going to be a keyboard option. But anyway, they've announced a teaser. There's probably going to be more information coming in the next couple of months, and I'll keep watching this and let you guys know what I find out. Next, we have the AOKZOE A1X. So the Kickstarter has now finished, and they're going to be shipping out those orders. But if you're looking to purchase one, you can still purchase. It is live now on their website. I recently actually reviewed this device and I really enjoyed it. So if you're curious about that, check out that video. I'll also leave that link down below. And yeah, if you're curious about this device, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer you. It's a pretty solid 8-inch device. And for the last bit of quick news, the Nintendo Switch 2, it's more a personal update. I did manage to get a pre-order in, so I'm hoping to do some comparisons for performance against a number of different handheld PCs. Performance charts have come out and it's showing what the expected performance are according to benchmarks, which puts it in handheld mode. I think it's below the Steam Deck, but docked it's above, so it's not very clear. But when you look at the gameplay, it's not really lining up with that benchmark. It's actually doing a lot better than the benchmark. So yeah, I'm looking forward to testing this out. I'll test it out against a number of different devices, but if you guys have anything that you'd like to see in particular, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to get to it when I get to my testing. And now with the quick news done, let's get to our main highlight here, and that's the new handheld from MSI. So they just announced at Computex a new device called the MSI Claw A8. So this is actually their first AMD handheld. It's going to feature the AMD Z2 Extreme. They don't have any launch date or any kind of specifics for the price. It's their first announcement, so I'm thinking we're going to get more information in the next couple of months. Some thoughts that I have on it is, I guess it seems like they're trying to diversify their handhelds. Like Intel hasn't really performed very well in their first batch with the 155H. So having an AMD variant is just a smart move, especially with how that seems to be the go-to APU for most handheld devices. If you take a look at the device, it looks a lot like the Claw 7, kind of mixed in with the ROG Ally. The edges look a little bit sharp, so I'm not sure how the comfort is going to be, but we're going to have to see when we get a little bit closer to that. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that this device was announced, and we probably can expect more information soon. I'll keep following this one and let you guys know what I find. Now for our Asus updates, we have two images that surfaced for what seems to be the ROG Ally 2, and if I had to guess, I would say it's probably an early prototype. So we have two models, one that's white and one that's black. For the black one, we have the Z2 Extreme. This is something that we are fully expecting, and it's going to be the more powerful of the two. If you look a little closer at the device itself, there's an Xbox button, so this is probably going to be that Xbox handheld that we've been hearing about for so long. We also have a white version though, and this one's apparently going to be using a different APU, and this is the, I believe they call it the Aerith Plus. So I think this is the same chip that's likely in the Steam Deck OLED, or just a modified version of the Steam Deck APU. So perhaps they're going to be going with an Xbox version as well as a SteamOS version. Now, of course, that's just speculation. I think the Xbox one is pretty secure, but will they be coming out with a SteamOS version? I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments and let's talk about that. I don't know when we're going to get more information officially from Asus. My guess is during Computex, which just started. So maybe in the next few days, we may end up seeing an update, and I'll make a video if we have more information at that time. And that's it for my Asus updates. Let's take a look at a couple of products that I wanted to highlight for you guys today. Today's product showcase is from a company that I actually connected with during CES called Epomaker. They had this one keyboard that stood out to me as a pretty nice option that would, fit along in your handheld bag and just be something that you could use for your handhelds. This keyboard is a super light carbon fiber mechanical keyboard called the Carbon 60. It has decent travel for its keys, although it's slightly less than its larger counterparts. I'm not a huge keyboard buff, but from all the keyboards I've tried, this is probably the nicest lightweight keyboard that I've used so far. You can pair it up with 3 devices wirelessly or connect via USB-C for a wired connection. It only weighs about 430 grams, and because it's super small, I actually throw it into my tried and true TomTalk handheld bag whenever I'm going out. At CES, I was planning to purchase one, but they were out of stock. And when I was talking about how I could purchase one, they actually offered to send one out. So I've been testing it for a couple of weeks now, and I really do enjoy it. It's become my new keyboard that I just toss in the bag whenever I want to connect to one of my handhelds. Epomaker also sent out 3 other keyboards while they sent this one out for me to test. And I just wanted to share some thoughts on them because I may as well while I'm talking about this. So they sent out the G84, the TH85, and my favorite of the 3, the Galaxy 65. So the first one I'll really quickly comment on is the Galaxy 65. I've switched out my wired keyboard at my desk and now have switched to this one. It's a lot more compact and a lot easier to move to the side whenever I need to do some filming. And honestly, it's the opposite of the Carbon 60, as this one is quite a bit heavier. It's got some serious heft to it, and it really does sit solidly on the desk. And it comes in at a total of over 1 kilogram. It's 1,125 grams. Mostly though, I really like the look of it. I like the feel of the keys. They have a nice weight to them. They don't feel too heavy. They're not too light, and they're not really loud. I like a little bit of a quieter keyboard. And the aluminum frame just looks really premium. I really like this keyboard. It's one that I will be using at my desk going forward. The 2 other keyboards feel fairly similar as far as quality goes, but they are different in their typing. I personally prefer the G84. It's a little bit lighter, and when I'm typing, doing office work, it's just a little bit more comfortable. The TH85 is also pretty nice. However, it's quite a bit heavier on the keys, a little bit outside of my comfort, so I'm not really used to it, and I don't really use it that much. Although one perk of the TH85 is that you're going to get a nice boost in your frame rate due to this additional RGB that you have at the back. If you're looking for something that's a little bit heavier, a little bit more suited for your desk, and also compact, I would recommend checking out the Galaxy 65. That one's definitely my favorite of the bunch, and I would strongly recommend it. Thank you once again to Epomaker for giving me the opportunity to share this with you all. And for our last bit of news, we have our Lenovo updates. And for this one, I just have one update, and that's that the Legion GO S with the Z1 Extreme is going to be coming out very soon. I think it's shipping on the 25th, I believe. And this one, I have to say, is a big improvement over the Z2 GO model. I do have one of the Z1 Extreme models on hand. I can't show it or really talk about it right now too much. But I could just say that it is a significant upgrade over the Z2 GO model, and I would say that this version is worth looking at. SteamOS seems to run great, and performance, from what I have tested so far, is better than the Steam Deck, which is more than I can say for the previous model. So stay tuned for that. I'll have my review coming out soon, and yeah, look forward to it then. And that's going to wrap it up for this recap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.